Oh shit. Good morning. Okay. Okay, so I got the weirdest channeling before I was coming on here. Um, so I was getting, do you see the signs? Do you see the signs? And the music that I was hearing, like, wasn't making any sense with what I was getting. And then all of a sudden I got hold on. So then I'm going and I'm looking up. Um, I was looking up the do you see the signs? And I started to listen to the music. It wasn't the music, but they were like, look at the lyrics. So I'm scrolling down at the lyrics for Do You See the Signs? And so there was a message in those lyrics. And then they were like, go find what we're trying to give you. So they wanted me to go look up the Hold On, but then they wanted me to look for more songs that had to do with the signs, right? So hold on here. So the Hold On is the Wilson Phillips, that pop song back in, I don't know when that was. Hold on here. I had to go look up because I was getting ready. I was about to come on here. And then all of a sudden, that's where I started getting the channelings that I heard. Wilson Phillips, Hold On was the one. That's not the first one that I channeled, right? The first one I channeled... I'm glad something's going on with my phone. The connection was the signs everywhere. And there was lyrics in that for what it comes up, some electric band or something like that. But there were certain lyrics in there that were important. And then they had me scroll down and there was another song. Who's the artist? And so it was these two songs, and the one song, certain lyrics were important when I first scrolled up, but the song that they wanted me to listen to was like sending me signs everywhere, or sending me signs all over the place. It was a different artist, and that song, like that music in the background, that's what I was hearing when I was first getting the channeling of the signs everywhere, and then I was hearing some of the lyrics of the electric band song, but then I started hearing, because the first thing I heard was the words, right? And then so from the words they started giving me they were certain lyrics, but they were like, I heard it like words, like talking, right? And then all of a sudden it went from that to then hearing the music, and then something else about signs, and it didn't like add up with what they were first telling me. And I'm like, that don't sound right. And I go look for it, and I'm like, this doesn't sound right. They're like, look at the lyrics. So the first channeling was that, and then they took me to another artist, and so something with the words and the first thing that I channeled with that electric band group. I don't know who it is. My phone's acting up. And then they had me go listen to they had me scroll down, and they had me they wanted me to listen to what I heard in regards to the other artist, and something about signs and signs everywhere, or sending me signs or something like that. Like I couldn't hear all of it, but I could hear the music and the melody. And now my phone's acted up. And then I was hearing the Wilson Phillips, the Hold On. So then they had me go look at that and look that up again. Like, so I had to like pause coming on here to go do this. And then so I was listening to the Wilson Phillips one. And so this is the channeling for the day. Where we're going with it, I'm not sure. Hold on here. Let me get off of Google. My phone is acting up and going really slow. So there's lots of messages. I wish I could get on this and share more. Maybe it is meant for you to go look for yourself, or if it resonates with you, maybe the Hold On is more important for the collective versus those two song channelings that have to do with signs. If you feel drawn to it, then you'd have to go do the research on it yourself, because the Wilson Phillips one is popping up now for me for that Hold On for me to share. And they were letting me know like how important it was. But then all of a sudden now I can't get on it on my Google, because I was using Safari and Google, so that I could like keep them both up there just in case if I forgot, right? Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get into these reading, or into these energies for this reading. Oh, the other thing was the winds of change, and that change is coming. Oh God, who is that group? I don't know, Spirit. I'm like, they're reminding me about that group, but I'm not getting it all. It's kind of like R&B, more maybe like gospel-y, or it's not really gospel, but it's, what is it? I can't. What is it? Um, they're pulling that to my attention, but I'm not getting it all. I'm not receiving it all. There's like interference. Oh God, what are you giving me about change? Like change is gonna come. A change is gonna come. A change is gonna come. And in regards to wind of change, as well as like what I was channeling before, it's been lots of little bits and pieces. I was getting the change thing before, and a change is gonna come, and the winds of change. I wasn't realizing at first that they were talking about a song, but they're reminding me now. Um, and Trying to think. I know that it is more like R&B type music. Other than that, I'm not really sure. But it's about a change. A change is going to come. Um, okay. Let me take a sip of my coffee, my chocolate coffee here. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start pulling cards. I'm just going to go straight into the tarot. All right, Spirit, in regards to these channelings, a change is going to come. The winds of change of winds. What was it? I'm starting to forget. I forget when I channel. As well as the do you see the signs, and then the signs that you're sending me everywhere. There are two different groups, or artists. I'm not sure. I think the one is a group, and the other is a single artist, and then the Hold On from Wilson Phillips. So these energies here that you brought to my attention in regards to change, a change is going to come. The winds of change, and those three songs, the Hold On. I'm trying to make sure that I get these energies in here right. And the signs everywhere. Do you see the signs? And the other song in regards to sending me signs. It's like you're sending me signs, but I don't really understand, right? Like, I know you're sending me signs. You're sending me all these signs. There's signs everywhere, but yet I still don't understand. I'm not understanding the fucking signs. I still can't read you. I still don't know what this is. It's like what the energy is. Like it's foreign to me. I don't know if it's the feelings or the intuition and what they're getting, like being foreign to them. Too good to be true. All right, let's go. All right, Spirit, what do you have for us in regards to these energies today? This is general. It is collective. If you don't resonate, then it is not for you. It's also general and collective, so everything should not resonate with you if something resonates for you just because it's collective and it's general, right? This can be pertaining to you. If you resonate, it can be pertaining to you or someone in your energetic field, or, in regards to a certain particular person or situation. It can be like vice versa, okay? You have to apply it where it fits inside of your life and the situation, if it resonates with you. Once again, don't try to make it fit. Oh boy. The Nine of Swords, the Strength in reverse, So the hold on I get in regards to this Nine of Swords and the strength. And it's like paying attention, like opening yourself up, getting out of fear so that you can see the signs. The signs are there to help you with hope and faith, okay? Like trying to get you to hold on, to get you to come out of fear, anxiety, depression, paranoia, and to help give you strength. Strength is in reverse. So, it's saying, you're tapped out, you don't have the strength, you don't have the confidence. So, I guess as a spirit, someone's needing that message to hold on, to not give up, to allow your heart to open, to let go of the fear, and to pay attention to the signs and focus on them instead of that fear or that anxiety, right? Or they're telling me catastrophize. Catastrophize? I can't say it. When you make a mountain out of a molehill, or when you're afraid, that's what they're telling you. And I'm catastrophizing because, you know what? Anyways, if you don't know what I'm saying, then it's not for you. Anything else in regards to these energies, spirit? We have the Four of Cups, focusing on that catastrophize. The fucking shit. You know what? That ruminating. I can understand that word. Why'd you give me a big word, spirit, that I can't say? I'm not getting it all neither. Like I'm trying to make out what they're saying. Catastrophize. Ruminating. Okay, ruminating on all of the loss. It's like what I'm getting here is like the camel energy of needing to have resistance and resilience and build this up internally within you. That's why they're saying hold on, right? And wanting you to pay attention to the signs. The signs are everywhere. Like spirit is trying to guide you. Spirit is trying to give you support to help you focus on the future, to focus. Oh God. Okay. I've done it, triggered something here because I'm now belching. So energy trying to move out of me. Because I pick up on that for people. So if someone's struggling with anxiety creates stomach issues, right? And so there's that stuck energy, there's that stress inside of you. That's what the belching's from. So someone is, having stomach issues as well, in regards to their anxiety, because I'm picking up on that. It's like being mindful of what we focus on. We're going to be feeling that. If we're focusing on that, if that ruminating, then we're just going to keep experiencing that in our internal and external life. It's like trying to help reprogram someone to overcome their fear, their anxiety, their loss, right? And so spirit's like, here, I'm here. Hold on, don't give up. Do you want to keep feeling this pain? Or do you want to release it? We're giving you signs, we're giving you hope, we're giving you things to try to focus on outside of this pain. It's like, please pay attention. That's what it is. I get it now. Okay, so like the signs are everywhere, right? And that first song that I channeled, and then the other one is like maybe the person maybe kind of seeing the signs, but they're confused. They don't know what to make of it because they're so focused on this fear and so focused on this loss. So it's like, what do I make of these signs? I get it now, spirit. Thank you. It's not about it. It's not about understanding in the logical way. I mean, it is to an extent, but it's like this person is an overthinker is what I'm getting. It's like you see the signs, they're giving you these signs because they want you to hold on to faith, right? So they want you to focus on something loving and something positive. They want you to focus on your future instead of the past. That person not understanding, it's like they're being all analytical, wanting to know all the answers and just confused, wondering, like that ruminating, and then trying to like figure it the fuck out analytical wise. Like I'm picking up on really like, I don't know if it's Virgo energy. I don't know if it's just air energy, because Virgos are very analytical. also, and Mercury rules Virgo. But I'm picking up on that mercurial energy, that air sign energy, where it could be an air sign or it could be like Virgo energy, and over analyzing and worrying about a lot of things. Trying to like piece everything together, instead of being able to. It's like for some reason they're grasping. They're like grasping and trying to make sense of everything instead of allowing themselves to be lighthearted and just take these messages to be able to help have focus and like hope, right? Like Spirit saying, we're giving you this for hope. We're not giving you this so you can fucking figure it out. Like, you don't need to have all the answers, is what I'm getting with this energy. This is just here for you to help direct you, to help guide you, because we're supporting you. We want you to have hope. We want you to focus on something else. And so we're giving you these signs of things to focus on, to believe in, to focus on for yourself, and to have hope of another future or a new beginning. Right? Anything else, Spirit? We have the Eight of Coins. This mastery, that like reprogramming yourself. So you don't have to understand it all. You only have to understand enough to know that, hey, there's these signs here. And these signs are here. And if I'm sitting here in fear, I'm struggling, being exhausted, I don't have confidence, and I'm lacking strength. I feel weak. I feel vulnerable. I feel it's like losing that hope. I feel like I'm on the edge. I'm breaking, and in a way, in that vulnerability, like this, the past and the loss, and the grief is like encompassing me. It's like pulling me in. It's not encompassing. Yeah, it is. It's it's an encroaching, not encompassing, is what I'm getting. Kind of like going down the rabbit hole, but it's different. How does this person think? How do they see things? They feel it, but this encroaching, like these energies are coming at them. Maybe it's because of the external world also, or because the things around you in your environment keep bringing up this loss, right? How do I explain this? Okay, so when Spirit wants me to deal with certain loss, things will keep coming up for it to trigger me. So in regards to a miscarriage that I had 5 years ago now, every time Spirit wants me to deal with this, and they're testing me, as well as like, I didn't take it out. It's for my little chickens. I'd be collecting their little feathers. And since I'm going to be moving, I'd be trying to collect them. I used to make dream catchers. I haven't made them in a while, and there's something that I want to do with them. And now that I'm leaving, like, it's important that I get them, and I'm not going to have my little birds. So in regards to the miscarriage, when Spirit wants me to face these feelings and deal with it, go like further in the layer of the onions, and dealing with the grief and the loss, and like, it's those things, but it's also other things in regards to it, in regards to programming, in regards to mistakes that I made. Like, I can honestly admit, for myself, like, I had a traumatic life, and I never experienced love. Love was abuse, and then the programming and things that I was told for myself. I guess in my subconscious, I didn't really think that no one would be able to love me. So the only way I believed I could have love was to like have a child, right? And I didn't understand this at the time, but through this healing, I have learned this. And then I learned that, I was dealing with depression and like post-traumatic stress and different things, and anxiety that I wasn't aware of when I was growing up. But I can look back now, understanding, oh, I have these things. Oh my God, I had them then, and not understanding this. So in regards to that, like, I felt really hopeless at this time, and I felt unlovable. And there was a lot of things going on where I needed my children to live. Yeah. So Spirit, when it brings this up, it's to examine all that and to see, to deal with the heartbreak, the loss, the grief, all the programming, the mistakes that I made. It's not just to hurt me, but it's to go deeper in the onion, as well as to hold on to that hope, because I know how much I've grown. I can understand mistakes that I made and why they were there, so that I can work on healing on them, instead of going to a negative aspect, like, oh my God, I'm so horrible, or still being in that programming and feeling like I'm unlovable, and the only way I can have love is to give love, and that way was also through children, or like, you know, my animals or whatever like that, right? And so, you know, there's lots of things going on when this comes up for me, because it's to go deeper in the layers, to release all of that pain, as well as to gain my strength and stability within my knowledge that I know, and that I'm holding on to my truth, and I'm growing within my truth. You know, because I'm not repeating those, and I also don't believe that anymore, and like, to build myself up instead of allow it to tear me down, that I've made a lot of progress. I understand and I can accept that you know, that those programmings made me feel a certain way without feeling ashamed of myself, without hating myself or feeling less than or whatever, you know. But people will, that they will try to knock you for something, and you know, those are the people that you need to get away from. You know, those are the people that you need to have healthy boundaries for, or get the fuck away from, because you need to try to come from a loving place. But in some aspects, in some situations, you need to put your foot down and chop them the fuck off. That means you might have to cuss them out. And I know some people in this journey will say, "Oh, you're not a healer if you're going to cuss somebody out." Excuse me. God called me to cuss motherfuckers out. And you know, people would be like, "Well, how is that?" It's to integrate my shadow. Because see, I was raised to be the people pleaser. I was raised that I wasn't allowed to express myself. I wasn't allowed to have emotions or feelings, and I had to comply. So I wasn't allowed to speak my fucking truth either. I was not allowed to be me. So in this healing journey, it was tapping into all of me, right? My anger, my truth, and then learning how to incorporate this into myself, and also standing my fucking ground and standing up for myself. So yeah, I'm called to cuss motherfuckers out, because I'm called to be all of me and not allow no one to walk all over me, because I'm not that people pleaser anymore. And the more that I do this, not in an unhealthy way, but if it's needed, if it's called for, then the more I learn and grow and gain from this, so that I can grow and be a better fucking person, the person that I'm meant to be, right? It's those parts of me that did not get integrated. It's those parts of me that did not get to grow. It's those parts of me that I did not get to accept of who the fuck I was. You know, so yes, God calls me to chop motherfuckers' heads off and sometimes cuss them out, so that I can grow and learn and be who the fuck I am authentically, and be a better person in it. How do we be a better person in it but to experience it, and to do it and make mistakes, and to learn from it, to gift ourselves and others with fucking grace, right? And not to be afraid of our shadow. So it's this learning energy, it's this mastery over the fear, over the anxiety, over, you know, feeling hopeless or insecure and weak and vulnerable, and like you don't have the strength to fucking go on, and the past pulling on you, or you know, not knowing how to focus on something else, how that past is consuming you, and you ruminate, right? So this is this Eight of Coins, Eight of Pentacles energy of this mastery of learning as you go, is learning as you do. Something we all need for growth. It's also mastery of a skill, okay? All right, anything else, Spirit? The Two of Cups, it landed underneath the strength card in reverse, and the Four of Cups and sideways. It's like releasing these energies of these relationships, these Two of Cups relationships that were not Two of Cups relationships, where they took your power, they made you feel insecure, they made you feel worthless, they made you feel weak and vulnerable, and now you're sitting here focusing on this loss and this grief with all these insecurities and feeling. If you're feeling weak and you're feeling vulnerable, you could be feeling humiliated or ashamed and then insecure. It's releasing these. It's learning what is healthy and unhealthy in regards to what you dealt with in Two of Cups energies in your past, those unhealthy, toxic dynamics, so that you can actually have the Two of Cups in your life, right? So this is what this mastery is in regards to your past, the faulty foundations, and these two of cups that destroyed you, that made you anxious, that made you fearful, that took your power, that made you feel insecure and weak and vulnerable, ashamed, humiliated. And then you're sitting here with all this loss and grief ruminating. And you're learning about this to master all of this so that you can gain and have the two of cups. How do you have the two of cups with someone? How do you fill up your own cup and have it overflowing so you can come together with someone else? You need to know what this looks like. You also need to release all of the crap. So you need to hold on to these learning, that all you have gained from your experiences. It's not a total loss. Yes, it may hurt, but it's those growing pains. It's just like going to school and learning, how to multiply. But instead of this, you're learning what is actually two of cups energies and how it's shaped you and shaped your life. And now, what it's had, those insecurities or those, losing your power, giving over your power, feeling some type of way and feeling, worthless, or focusing on all this loss and grief and feeling hopeless and then feeling anxious and fearful. You're understanding that those relationships are not meant for you. You're also understanding about yourself. That's the Eight of Pentacles. So you can have your Two of Cups. You have to release all those things, but you have to learn. You have to hold on to that knowledge. And this knowledge is spiritual knowledge, or that spiritual growth, learning those lessons, those spiritual lessons, so that you can have the Two of Cups energies, because now you're knowing what it looks like, because you're knowing what it's not. And you're able to face and accept things and build yourself up and fill up your own fucking cup so that you can come together with someone else whose cup is overflowing. They're not going to be codependent. They're not going to suck you of your fucking power. They're not going to make you feel some type of fucking way. Because if they do, you're going to be able to come to them and acknowledge, because there's going to be this maturity here, or there's this self-love. So you are going to be able to have empathy and compassion for someone else and know, hey, and you're going to be able to discuss these things where, oh, I'm sorry that hurt you. That's not what I was trying to do. Now, how can I, go about helping you through this, or, what can I do to help you with this? If it was something toxic. If it wasn't, then it's working out the dynamics to help you through it while you're triggered, right? It's learning to love people. And how can you learn to love people if you don't have your cup overflowing and you understand what love is? And then you can meet somebody who understands what love is, and you guys can come together and work on this together, learning to love each other with your cups overflowing, with your own self-love. Anything else, Spirit? Oh, I'm not taking all those. The hell, I am not. That was at least like 10, 15 cards. I still do not want to take all these. We have the 10 of coins. Those long-term foundations. This is legacy, long-term foundations. These are decades, because the 10 of Pentacles represent a decade or longer, decades, right? So this can be family and long-term foundations of friendships and romantic or like marriage, divorce, long-term partnership, and the fear, the anxiety that they have created, right? And all that you have lost, the time, all of everything that you have tried building with others. This is the fear, and where the fear and the anxiety is also coming from, because of all you've experienced in like this long cycle. It's a long cycle because there's 10 of Pentacles here. That's long term. And those like faulty foundations, unhealthy foundations. But now you're learning, so then you can build and have this legacy with others. You can have these long-term solid foundations, legacies, things that last a lifetime and beyond you. When your cup is overflowing and you come together with someone else's cup who that, their cup is overflowing, that Two of Cups energy, to build a solid foundation, to build this is financial stability. This is also there is this, it's not just financial stability, but there's also a sense of love here. It's kind of like a wish fulfillment with this legacy, because it's not just about money, but it's a solid, sturdy foundation, one that is going to last a lifetime. or longer. And then we have the Three of Swords, heartbreak, betrayal, deception, backstabbing. So the overcoming of this, right? The learning what is love and what is not love. We have the Ten of Swords, completion. This is the inevitable endings. They've ended. Now we need to cycle this out, because they've ended. So we need to release all of these swords so that we can go into that new beginning, because with every ending there's a new beginning, because this is completion. So those things that ended were meant to. It's inevitable. That's why we're at the 10 now. The 9 is endings and the 10 is completion of a cycle. You have to release all that was not serving you. And it's a process. People just want to snap their fingers when things end, and they don't want to take the time to process things out and grieve and let it go. And then that's where you're just going to keep repeating, because you're going to be in that, that strength in reverse. You're going to be in fear in that 9 of Swords. So you're going to be repeating because you've lost your power. You feel hopeless. You feel insecure. You're running out of all these fucked up goddamn programmings. And then you're needing to feel comfortable and safe, right? In those fucked up dynamics. So then you're going to, instead of releasing in the 10 of Swords and allowing that process of that completion to cycle through, you're going to keep on that karmic wheel. You don't want to do that, right? We want to cycle it out. When we try to snap our fingers and hold the fuck on, that's what we do. Or that's what some people do. We all do it at one point in time in our lives over things, right? Then we have the king, it's not the king, it's the Knight of Cups. What is it here with the king? This is a charmer. This is romance. This is someone who is dreamy and intuitive. So this 10 of Swords, once this is released, this completion and cycle is completed out, this ending brings in the new beginning. And there's an understanding here of what it is you want in regards to romance and love for yourself is what I'm getting with this energy. So once that is completed out, that ending and that completion goes into a new cycle with that 10 of Swords. You have an offer coming in from a Knight of Cups. There's also understanding and growth in that completion of what it is you want for yourself in regards to romance and love, what it looks like to you and what it is not. And then we have the World, that new cycle. Opening up new doors of opportunities, because this is that karmic thing where we've released again. We have gained things. We've shut things out. We've ended cycles, right? That there's this, those doors closed. We've processed out that ending. We've processed out that completion and that 10 of Swords. Now we're going into the World energy where that is over. Those doors are closed. Now new doors of opportunities are opening for us with the World. We're closing out. What we are closing out is the 5 of Cups. Abandonment, neglect, rejection. So you're closing this out when this new world opens up and this offer comes in. But you have to, once you close this out, what I'm getting with this, in this 10 of Swords energy, you've also gained something in regards to understanding what it is that you want for yourself, for love and romance, and how it looks to you. So it's like a gaining in standing your ground, I guess, of what you will allow and will not allow when it comes to romance. and you can acknowledge, there's something here with acknowledging what it is that you deserve for yourself. And then there's this offer coming in. Okay. And then that new world, with that offer brings this new world of opportunity. It's closing out the cycle of this abandonment, of this neglect and rejection, with the Five of Cups. Anything else, Spirit? The Page of Swords. It's like a being mindful. What I'm getting with this Page of Swords is, first off, when you go on this new cycle, you're going to be learning. You're going to have to take your time and go slow, but you need to also be mindful, because that 10 of coins that did not work out and that past, what I'm getting here is a spying energy, a lurking, a watching, like trying to see if there's any way they can come back in, looking for an opportunity to try to get a doorway to open. But that's why you also need to go slow. Need to go slow and learn and gain as much and gather as much information as you can in your new cycle. So that you're mindful not to allow the past back in, or people in those energies. The bottom of the deck, Judgment. This resurrection, like gaining the strength, holding the fuck on. It helps you rise. It helps you hear the fucking call for your resurrection in regards to the long-term foundation that you want to build for yourself, and solidifying. I'm getting like a solidifying this world energy and not repeating the past in those past cycles. Like you heard the call. Now there's this resurrection. Like you showed the fuck up. You did what needed to be done, regardless of how hard it was. And no matter what you needed to learn to overcome and to have what it is that you want, you kept going. So there's this resurrection energy. There is this I'm hearing the call energy and like answering it, right? So that you can keep rising. I'm going to go ahead and clear the energies. I'm going to do another spread real quick. See if we can get anything else in regards to the energies that I was picking up on before. The change is going to come. Now I'm understanding that song. It's like, as long as you don't give up, as long as you don't give up and you keep going and you keep looking for a brighter fucking day, then that change is going to come. All right, clear the energies, please, Spirit. Clear the energies. All right, Spirit, what else do you have for us in regards to these energies? Can we get a different storyline, a different collective in regards to these energies, please, Spirit? All right, let's see here. The moon in reverse. So the moon upright is about illusions, secrets, the things hidden in the dark. It can also represent fear. In reverse, it's coming out of that. It's like overcoming the illusions, overcoming the fears, overcoming the things that are scary, that's in the dark, that tries to hold on to you, right? Anything else, Spirit? The Nine of Pentacles. It came out sideways. It's like it coming out sideways is representing all the hard work you put in, and like maybe having times of stagnancy, where things were not, maybe you were like trying to plant some of the wrong seeds, so it like slowed you down. Or maybe some things were just so hard to overcome that it was kind of like a stagnant energy, like this repetition, like this hard-headed energy of I don't know, it's that loss of hope. They're pulling me back to the other reading. So you're doing all of this work, planting these seeds. This is an independent energy. This is someone who is also a hard worker and fertile. So like that loss of hope, like kept maybe kind of making them stagnant or not knowing exactly what seeds to plant or which pathway to go down. Also not feeling independent. And so there was like some stagnancy or delay is what I'm getting with this. And because of you were overcoming the illusions. That's why you have to, oh God, you need to be gentle with yourself. Gift yourself with grace, you know? So we have the Nine of Pentacles. Keep working, overcoming illusions, and you are doing it. It's okay if sometimes you're going a little bit slow. You had a lot to overcome. Illusions and fears and the moon energy, that's a lot to overcome. There's going to be moments that you don't know if what you're doing is actually going to pay off. There's going to be moments that you don't feel like you're being successful or you know, but you keep going. Keep gifting yourself with grace and hope. I get a tiredness with this. Take time to rest. Because you are independent. You are fertile. You are going to reap all of these rewards. Sometimes it just don't look like it. And that can be frustrating. That's a tiredness of not seeing the results, not seeing all this hard work paying off. And there's that like loss of hope or frustration there. Don't give up. Hold the fuck on. You're overcoming a lot. Be more gentle and loving and kind with yourself. Anything else, Spirit? We have the Five of Cups. Yeah, we're repeating. Overcoming those illusions and that disappointment, that grief from the past. You know, that's going to take time to process out. That loss of hope, that frustration, that's going to slow you down and it's going to make you, there's going to bring illusions, right? That you're not this Nine of Pentacles, that the work is not paying off, but it is. Sometimes it takes a long time to show in your physical world. Sometimes even like in your attitude or your emotions. That's why you have to pay attention to all the growth. You know, I was talking about earlier. I was wondering why I had to talk about that. A spirit wanting me to go deeper in the onions in regards to the miscarriage and the pain that created. The pain of, no, there's lots of pain in regards to it, right? There's also things that I did not discuss on here about things that I wanted to experience that I didn't get to in regards to that situation or by past situations. But it's like holding on, like when that comes up, this loss, this disappointment, this grief, it's like, yes, acknowledging how you feel about the pain, but then look at all that you have overcame and look at all the growth that you have had. You know, so I was talking about that in regards to the miscarriage and understanding, oh, how did I get here? How did I do what I did? How, you know, because that pain broke me open to see what it is that I wanted, that I didn't have it, and then where those wounds come from, right? And so then how I got to where I was, how I didn't experience what it is that I truly wanted. So that is a big accomplishment. And you hold on to that acknowledgement and that truth and that understanding because that's growth. Oh my God, all these wounds, and these wounds came because, you know, of abuse or, you know, because of programming, whatever it is for yourself, right? So you focus on that. You don't ignore or avoid the pain. You acknowledge it and you honor yourself, right? And you love yourself fucking through it. Those days that you need to comfort yourself or take some time to fucking cry or eat some extra junky ass food or take a fucking bath or whatever it is that you need to do to get yourself through that day or two. Right. And then you push yourself through and you stay focused and you remind yourself, hey, this may hurt. but look at all I've gained. I know all this about me, so now I'm not going to repeat that, and I understand, where this came from. So then we can examine more. We don't need to just examine more of this pain, but we can examine more in regards to that programming and learn more about ourselves so that we can build ourselves up more and we can overcome. This is the cycle that someone has been going through without understanding what it is. You're overcoming a lot. And it's pulling back into the other reading. Just giving more information and being able to speak about it in another way. We have the Six of Swords. The worst is over. Moving on to calmer waters, releasing those storms, releasing those people. This here represents science in this card. I'm not sure. This deck, I don't use this deck too often. I don't know what their meanings are. But what I'm getting with this is like that learning and that seeing what it is you went through so that you can release it and see it for what it is so that you don't repeat it. There's some sense of gain here with this, with the worst being over, because you've learned, right? So you're not going to allow certain things back into your life, and then you can let it go. So the worst is over, moving on to calmer waters. I really need to know where that book is. They're pulling me to the meaning of it. I don't know where the box is. This is the Sun and Moon Tarot. So if anyone is curious to what the meaning is for this book, then you can go look it up yourself. I need to find that so that if they call me to use the meaning, and I don't know the meaning, that I can look it up on here. It's learning what applies to you and what doesn't apply to you also in regards to programming or pain. There's a sense of science in regards to programming and taking out bits and pieces of things that are not serving of you. I don't know why, but there's something here with that. Maybe in regards to the lessons that you learned or from the experience, right? That scientific evidence in regards to what you just experienced. So that you gained. I was kind of saying something like that a minute ago. Anyways, let's move on. The Devil. It came out sideways and underneath the Five of Cups and the Six of Swords. The codependency and the fear. So all of this coming up like that, learning. This is why the worst is over, and that's something with the science is learning how to overcome. This learning how to overcome and what is going to be serving of you so that you can overcome this pain and this devil energy of fear, codependency, and being chained or tied to the familiar or the devil energy. I'm getting a familiar of what was known out of that codependency, right? And those chains of attachments. So sideways, like learning to overcome this. Breaking yourself free, right? This is what this Six of Swords is representing. This learning, that's where that what is serving of you and what is not, what I gained with this to overcome this and overcome the devil. Whatever the devil may be for you. We have the Empress that came out in reverse way over underneath the moon. They're like, that's not the only thing. I have a deck over here and it's flipped upside down and it landed right next to it. Go ahead and express your love. The fear of being vulnerable, the fear of loving, and needing to overcome that and those fears internally. Like, regress this person because you're supposed to be the Empress. And regress you to this Knight of Pentacles struggling. She runs an empire, or, she's the Empress. She has things and people to run, just like the Emperor. She's fertile and abundant. A lot of times she can be very alluring, like that. It's not in the masculine sense of the feminine energy, but it is in that fertility. It's like something makes her shine and more beautiful. She can be solo, or she can run an empire with someone because she's managing, so she doesn't need somebody. So this like makes her more attractive. She's single and she's needing to learn how to be vulnerable and allow herself to shine and her light to shine. There was something with the stagnancy of that being vulnerable and people being attracted to her. They kind of put her in reverse, her fertility, and that how it made her shine. I get it. She did not want to attract people like in regards to devil energy and what she's already been through. So it's kind of like self-sabotage, or her like recognizing something and needing to overcome fear and kind of pulling herself back and stepping down in some way. Like, I need to build myself up more. I need to make sure that I don't repeat something. What I'm getting with this Empress is not meant to be alone. She's supposed to be building with an Emperor. And it's like how to go about doing this. And opening herself up for this Emperor, but not repeating the past. Not allowing wounds and shit to make her be drawn to the familiar or her fears or illusions, so that she can come upright, so she can also be vulnerable to express herself and her love and allow others to express it to her, because that's what it is. It's like the more independent and fertile you become, the more attractive and alluring you are to others, and the more people are going to be attracted to your light, the bad and the good. And there was something here with this Empress experienced this and had to put a halt, because too many people were flocking to her. Too many people were trying to give her attention, and she's like, okay, wait, hold on, hold the fuck up. I need to make sure I don't repeat. And then seeing certain things, and then also knowing and feeling fear, and then feeling like this loss and grief, and feeling it was hard for her to be vulnerable, and as well as allow others to express love to her. Like she wasn't open to receiving. That's what it was. Thank you, Spirit. She wasn't open to receiving because of her fears and because of the Five of Cups energy. She still needed to overcome. Even though she was an Empress, there's things that she needed to let go of. So once releasing all of this, she will be able to be upright again, right? This pre-Empress, this Knight of Pentacles, which represents a pre-Empress, is the Empress. When she's able to release all of this and let go of it all, she'll be able to be upright again and be able to receive and not just give. I'm getting like she's a big giver, a big worker, a big show the fuck up. I mean, she has an empire to fucking run on her own, right? But I'm getting where this feminine needs, it's called, there's a call. She needs a partner. She's not supposed to be alone, this Empress. It's like it's time for her to come together in her fertility. There's the two trees beside her. She's swinging on a fucking swing, which is the moon. And there's the two bunnies. Like in her fertility, she's supposed to be growing this foundation with someone else as the Empress. So she needed to be able to receive so that her Emperor can come in, right? And so there was these blocks that she needed to release. These fears she needed to overcome. Anything else, Spirit? And we have the King of Swords. I get it. The overcoming also. The overcoming of a King of Swords energy. This is going to be someone who is, well, first off, it's air energy. So it is Gemini, Libra, Aqua. Someone who's very analytical. They can also be big charmers. They know how to manipulate when it comes to words. They can also be emotionally detached or emotionally unavailable. There was something with this energy that put her in reverse. Maybe just this energy himself put her in fear or made her close herself off, because this kind of seems like a closed off energy. It made her not uncomfortable. I mean, it made her not comfortable. It made her feel uncomfortable. And it's like it played on this devil energy and those fears of wondering. I was picking up about repeating the past or something. This energy put this Empress in reverse. So I don't know if I want to deal with this motherfucker. No, I'm not going to repeat the past. He triggered her. He triggered her wounds. He triggered this devil energy of past experiences and brought up this 5 of Cups and these fears, these illusions also, to help her overcome. Like it was meant for a reason, right? To help you overcome those fears. And then the 5 of Wands. This is strife in this card, but this is fighting, and it can be very competitive energy. That power tripping, that egotistical power struggle dynamics, trying to like one up each other, or no, like I'm the boss, I'm better than you. There is also this like who's wearing the pants type energy. It's connected to the devil. It's like that type of energy was someone who manipulated a lot, always wanted to, fight, be competitive, wanted to power trip and power struggle. But it's funny, she's the Empress. So they utilized her in her fertility and probably made it seem like they were the ones, right? Even though this is a king, she's the Emperor. She's above him. She's fertile and abundant. He's fucking not. And there's something here with this devil energy of people pretending or like power tripping and trying to like use her achievements or use her abundance for their own fucking gain. And then it's control and like control her. That's why there's this power struggle dynamics and this competition and this strife here in regards to like the past in those relationships. And this King of Swords triggered all of that to help her face it, to overcome. And the King of Cups. They wanted me to look at the bottom of the deck. This King of Swords is also a King of Cups. So she could handle this energy. She couldn't handle the King of Swords within him. And also like what is real. It's like there was also a power struggle within him of who he wanted to show up to fucking be. Is he the King of Swords or is he the King of Cups? It's funny now I'm getting where they both triggered each other. She was triggered by him, and then he was triggered by her. And then there was these power struggle dynamics where there was a power struggle between them. This was meant to help them both grow is what I'm getting now. And he needed to figure out and balance out the King of Swords with the King of Cups energy and how he wanted to show up. Interesting. They told me to move on. And the King of Wands. Oh my God, we got a lot of kings here. And then the King of Wands and then the Tower. This masculine is working on being the Emperor. He's going from all these different fucking energies and not knowing how to incorporate them in. And it brought in a Tower because of his power struggle dynamics of trying to like master, trying to incorporate these energies is what I'm getting. That's really strange. Like then, so it's kind of like, who the fuck are you? It's like changing from like personality or you know, that energy. Like I'm getting like a really abrupt change in regards to the personality and how the person showed up. I really have to run to the bathroom. My coffee's hitting me. I will be right back. Okay, I am back. I'm glad I went pee. Okay, so I was picking up earlier how she's supposed to be with an Emperor. This Emperor, something going on with his energy and needing to level up to the Emperor and being able to incorporate all of these energies, these masculine energies within himself of the King of Swords, the King of Cups, and the King of Wands. When I was relieving my bladder, I went to the bathroom. I got another second scenario. And that is in regards to, well, actually, it's kind of like a second with a third. Because that could be going on for other people. This is added to it where there's more. For some people, that was not at play yet. Only this. If that makes any sense. How they're straying into my head is really weird. Okay. For the one who's dealing with the Emperor incorporating all these energies, you may have something else that you were dealing with also. Some people are not going to be having that scenario going on. Some is just going to be this, okay? Where this feminine had all of these masculine energies trying to get her attention, creating this power struggle dynamics, trying to get her attention, sending her energy, wanting things from her. So the King of Swords, the King of Cups, and a fucking King of Wands. All of these three energies, and it doesn't have to be men, okay? We all have masculine and feminine energy within us. So for that first reading, some people are also dealing with this where they were dealing with other people also trying to get her fucking attention, put her in fear, having power struggle dynamics with her, this codependent and attachment energy, familiar energy I was talking about, and like this competitive energy, wanting her for themselves. And it was too much. Like it created more illusions, it created more fear, like what the fuck is going on? And some people are only dealing with this where multiple people were there, okay? Creating this Five of Swords stripe energy and this Five of Cups. That hold on, the devil energy not wanting to release you. And some were just codependent, wanting you, whether they're new people, old people. I'm getting familiar with this though. So a lot of times familiar has to do with people already in your freaking life, but it doesn't have to be. It can just be familiar energies and familiar type of situations and people, even new ones coming in these energies, and they just were wanting and creating struggle and bullshit and wanting this feminine's energy, this Empress who's now in reverse, right? And then it created a tower. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Hold on. Put that back the correct way. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get advice, guidance, and support for these two readings. That are combined. More elaboration. So some may only really resonate with one versus the other. Some are going to resonate with both of them. Okay. I'm going to do the Moonology for advice. All right, advice, guidance, and support for this reading or these readings, please, Spirit. They're pulling me to one of the animal decks. I keep hearing the animal, and I'm not sure which one they want me to do. So I guess we're doing two different oracle cards for advice, guidance, and support for these readings. Advice, guidance, and support for these readings, please, Spirit. Advice, guidance, and support. What advice, guidance, and support do you have for these readings, please, Spirit? Don't let your past hold you back. This is South Node. It's funny. I'm like gripping onto these freaking cards now. There we go. We have emotions are running high, super moon. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Okay, my nose is really, don't mind me. This is full moon in Capricorn. And your hard work is paying off, new moon in Capricorn. That's that hold on energy, and to be mindful of what you're focusing on. It's like Spirit is saying, hey, we have your back. We're here. We're giving you signs. We're trying to give you love and support so that you don't give up. You're almost there. Like you're dealing with something that is really heavy. You're trying to end out a tough cycle, right? So, just hold on to that, what it is you want for yourself, as well as hold on to that knowing that you are doing all this work, even if you don't see it paying off, that it is going to pay off eventually one day. We know this to be true, so you have to hold on to that truth. bottom of the deck. Look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. That bigger picture is look at how much you have grown and how much not only have you overcame, but how much you have learned in the process. That is, when we learn and grow, there is no way but to move forward. It's inevitable. When we learn and grow and release things, when we can hold on to the knowledge that we have changed, whether people want to see it or not, and they want to hold on to us. We've changed because we can accept and acknowledge we've learned things about ourselves, right? Look at what I was picking up on in this reading of things. And me talking about my life, someone who's going through something like this, of learning big things about themselves, big lessons in regards to their programming and their fears and their emotions and why they did certain fucking things and where it comes from. That's a lot. I talk about everything for a reason. There's a reason. Someone was dealing with this and just in their way. All right, they want me to go ahead and pull. They want me to do the Wild Unknown. And let me grab this book just in case. All right, Spirit, advice, guidance, and support for this reading or these readings. Advice, guidance, and support. What advice, guidance, and support do you have for these readings, please, Spirit? What advice do you have for these readings, please, Spirit? Advice, guidance, and support for these readings. I keep seeing the bat. And now the dragon, that is overcoming ego. And this also can be, if you're trying to overcome your ego, you're going to deal with people who are going to try to trigger you. They're going to be having ego fucking problems. This can represent like ego death, right? Or needing to face your ego with the dragon. The camel. Remember I was talking about the camel? Right, advice, guidance, and support, please, Spirit, for these readings. The turtle going slow. They're pointing out lots of things to me. Advice, guidance, and support for this reading, please, Spirit. I kind of see them all as one, but people are going to resonate with maybe only one, but some may resonate with both of them. The hawk, the zebra at the bottom of the deck, the Empress. She had to take that time back so that she can be the zebra because she's the Empress. But the zebra is flamboyant. They are authentic. They are, going to step into the room and everyone's going to fucking stare at them. How do you deal with that? Right? This is why I was talking about her, like that fertility and like her being alluring. Like people being attracted to her or something. This is why, and she was in this energy and not knowing how to handle it, right? And all this shit coming at her. She needed to take time back to build herself up and release more things so that she can stand as the zebra, as this Empress, and be confident and be, I'm getting that standing your ground energy. So being sturdy within herself, being grounded. So we have hawk. We have the phoenix rising. We have the bear, the shark. I'm going to go ahead and just read them from the book. I'm a little tired. That was a lot of energies. So normally they give me channelings in regards to them, and I'm not doing it right now. We have the shark. The butterfly. So there's lots of transformation here. And that Empress. Talk about that feminine energy here. And the zebra at the bottom of the deck, right? The tiger. All right, so we have hawk. Hold on here. I want to find the bear one while I'm going through this, and they're closer. Did I just lose that? I was trying to hold on to something else. Come on. There we go. Hold on here. I'm going to put cards in here so I don't use these places. Rather just take the time now to find these. So if I have time, I will do the zebra. They opened it, it opened right up to that page. All right, let's see here. I think I passed it. Where is it at here? There we go. All right. So the first one is Hawk. I don't know why I just went past it. All right, so the first card is Hawk. Watchful, all-seeing, messenger of divinity. The sharp eyes of the hawk watch our every move. This keen-eyed bird has the ability to see every little detail as well as the big picture. That big picture, right? See the big picture? When this card appears, fate has its eyes on you, and the winds are shifting. Remember the winds of change that I was talking about? It is said that the hawk carries news upon its wings and is sent from divinity itself to deliver it. The message should not be taken lightly, though it may seem small or insignificant. It will eventually redirect your course. That winds of change. When in balance, sees clearly, intuitive. When out of balance, it sees too much and suspicious. To bring back into balance, perspectives shift. There's a reason I had to read these instead of channeling. It wasn't just me being tired. So the next one is the phoenix, which is a spirit. The hawk is air element. This is from spirit. This is like the spirit portion of this wild unknown. So we have the phoenix. Freedom from suffering and past karma. Reincarnation. The phoenix represents a transformation of our past. It doesn't mean running from it, denying it, or burning bridges with rage. The phoenix employs an advanced technique described in yoga as the burning of impurities through practice and dedication. It's called tapas. The essence of the phoenix is with us when we realize we have been suffering too long And something must change that hold on. You know, to ask you like something, that hold on song talks something about, are you going to keep hurting, or are you going to keep burning, or are you going to keep allowing them to burn you, or something like that, or hurting you. I get it. Okay, so thank you, Spirit. All right. It talks about something coming into you, like something or someone making you want to run away or let everyone go or something. Like to face, like someone coming in to help you face what you're dealing with, so that you have the bravery and courage to let that past go and that suffering, so that you want more for yourself. That's what it's saying. That something will come in one day. Hold on. Something's going to come in that's going to help give you the strength and courage or bravery, or help change your perspective to help you see, so that you can let go of this fucking past, so you can see that it's hurting you and that it's time to move on, that there's something better for you. Oh, that's really awesome. That's beautiful. All right, the essence of the phoenix is with us when we realize we have been suffering too long and something must change. We take a stand and decide to live consciously instead of being driven by the unconscious mind. And it's a long list of fears and aversions. At that very moment, the spark of the phoenix is lit, and the great bird helps us burn through our baggage. We no longer run from who we are, what has happened to us, or what we have done. The stuck mess and the dead weight fall into the ashes, and a lightness and clarity emerge as the stagnant. You know what? I have to stop here for a minute. It's also like dealing with any humiliation of who you are and the mistakes that you have made, or like your woundings and where they come from or something. I was talking about that in the reading. They made me stop and remember, so I had to talk about it. I'm helping you do that, to not feel humiliated or whatever, or ashamed by yourself, right? And the things that you've gone through, and the programmings, and so your own mistakes because of it. All right. So, so it helps us release the baggage that we no longer run from who we are, what has happened to us, or what we have done. The stuckness and the dead weight fall into the ashes, and a lightness and clarity emerge. As the stagnancy continues to smolder, the phoenix lifts our spirit up and up, and we begin to recognize ourselves again. We may catch a glimmer in our eye that wasn't there before. Look closely, it's a sign. The fire of transformation is upon your wings. All right, and now we have the bear. So we have the bear that came out. Waking from spiritual slumber, beginning anew. After a long winter, the bear arises from deep slumber. At first, the movement and effort are difficult, but the bear knows it's time to awaken and move forward, or move toward the dawning light. The bear card represents an individual on the cusp of new direction and personal transformation. The initial weeks and months of this spiritual quest may feel tricky, cumbersome, and full of obstacles, but you have no choice, bear. Winter wanes, the warmth of spring emerges, and your transformation begins. When in balance, inner strength and yearning to grow. When out of balance, withdrawn, lethargy, and heaviness. To bring back into balance, movement and exercise. And then we have the shark. So here's the shark card. I really need to take a sip here. If I knew I was going to be reading these instead of channeling them, I would not have let this many freaking cards come out. Actually, I really kind of need to smoke. I will not lie, I have some codependency fucking problems, some addiction problems. This is one of them. All right, so shark, directness, exposure, revealing true nature and desire. The shark is only dangerous when we don't acknowledge it. Acknowledging and accepting who we are, the pain that we're feeling, or, what the fuck we're going through is difficult. This is where we need to honor ourselves. Because if we don't acknowledge and honor, then we're going to allow these things to shape us in a fucked up way and then do all this fucked up shit, right? Like I was talking about, like the pain that I suffered from and like that programming, and how, in that the mistakes that I made, that I had my children thinking I needed them to live, to be honest, with my depression, and thinking I wasn't lovable. And the only way I would experience love was to have my children. I couldn't acknowledge the other pain. I couldn't accept that people were treating me less than, that was not love, and that I deserved love. I couldn't face that. I couldn't, I believed in that. I believed what they told me. So then I felt hopeless, and I felt depressed, and I felt like the only way I could have love was through my children, and I didn't know how to go on living. That burden, that guilt that I'll carry, that I have to face for the rest of my life, because I hurt them, because I was hurt, because I had them in a fucked up place. I do thank God for them, because they're my gifts. They kept me going, but it's also still devil energy. It's fucked up, and I know that because of that, I made lots of mistakes, that shame and guilt that was subconsciously going on, that I didn't want to face, So it's like, now I can acknowledge all of these things. So, no one can use them against me, and it's not going to be utilized against me internally inside of me, because I know what the fuck it is. And so if I feel shame or guilt, then I can deal with that. When I feel it, I can recognize it, know what the fuck it is when it comes up, or when someone's trying to make me feel that way. So this card indicates that something needs to be exposed. It's lurking in the depths and creating tension. Shark energy takes over us when we are hesitant to be honest, to be totally ourselves, or to say what we really want. It may be tempting to continue pretending nothing is wrong, but when shark energy is at play, we feel its presence encircling us. I remember I was talking about encroaching, and then that encircling. It's not just the people outside of you, or like them triggering you or doing things. It's what's lurking beneath the fucking surface. Oh wow, that was it. Encroaching, and then I was like, wait, it's not encroaching, it's that encircling. That was the fucking shark energy that I was feeling. Yes, it can be outside of you for other people, but if it's outside of you, it's because it's internal, right? And you don't know what's going on. You don't know how to face it. You've blocked it off. And so spirit's trying to get you to acknowledge and to see it. So how do they get that to happen? By having other people come to you, right? To trigger that, to try to pull it to the fucking surface. This is why everything we go through, internally, you look at the external world. If you're going through shit in the external, 9 times out of 10, it's because you're going through things internally. If it's not that, it can still be that. You know what I'm saying? Like they're still connected in some way. Even like if you're being abused, we have to take responsibility. When in balance, you're intriguing, you're captivating and mysterious. When out of balance, you're sneaky and destructive. to bring into balance honesty. You know, it's really funny. In regards to releasing, I'm releasing more and more. And like, I love somebody. I love so many people, and I just don't like them. So I had to let them go. I don't like them because of the way they treat me. I don't like them because they abuse me. I don't like them because they want to keep me in some fucked up programming or make me feel less than. And so, you know, in this, I had to, you know, let someone know, hey, you know, I'm glad things didn't work out. You know, it may still hurt me, you know, and I may love them, but I don't like you. Because I don't like the way you treated me. And I don't like the way you treat me. So I don't like you. So it's okay that shit did not work out. Because, see, the way they treated me is a reflection of them. That's why I don't like them. That's not taking on other people's burdens. We have to be honest. Or we'll keep repeating. We'll get sucked into some fucking wounds and feel some type of fucking way when we can't be honest. Then we'll repeat things, right? And then there'll be distortion. So then the last card, minus the bottom of the deck of Zebra, I'm going to try to get to that. We have Tiger. This is that feminine energy, that like Empress energy, and that feminine, that fire. We have Lunar Force, ease and darkness, feminine energy. The Tiger hunts at night, at one with the silence, fearing nothing. This card reminds us to take in the wild darkness, to allow the lunar forces to soothe and heal our spirits. Sensuality, receptivity. Remember, I was talking about this Empress that was in reverse, that Nine of Pentacles, and then the Empress in reverse that needs to be uprighted again. She struggled with receiving, like she did too much, gave too much. So sensuality and receptivity and devotion are all heightened in the midnight hour. And the Tiger takes advantage of these. Oh, I can't see here. Of these something. Of these what? I have no idea what the heck that is saying. Oh shit, they're like, I'm skipping the fucking butterfly. I don't know, but of these energies, right? I need to stop bringing the fucking Tiger. I have to move on. I am skipping something. They're like the butterfly, I'm moving too fucking fast. I have something I need to do, and oh shit, I'm running behind. I gotta go. The butterfly, undergoing great change and transformation. So there's multiple transformation cards here. The hawk represents transformation, also seeing from the bigger picture. It lets you know, hey, things are changing. The phoenix rising. This represents resurrection. This represents rebirth, big transformation, ending of karmic cycles and letting shit go. And now the butterfly, you know. Undergoing great change and transformation. The energy of the butterfly is with us during periods of transition, since air is the element of the heart. This change usually involves relationships, or if you love your job, perhaps your career. Since transition is accompanied by some amount of discomfort, be extra patient and kind during this time. I was talking about that earlier in this reading, about making sure you honor yourself and you take care of you and take the time for you, and accept those things. And if you need to pamper yourself or take time to cry or eat junky food, whatever it is, to love on you extra and to gift yourself with grace, you need to do that. Because of that transformation energy, right? That I was reading and picking up on. So thank you, Spirit, for like all the confirmations here in regards to like energies and things that I was saying and picking up on in my like channeling, you know. I love my job. I love how they do things to confirm me and to let me know that they have my back and to support me and to let it be known here. Be extra patient and kind during this time, especially if the butterfly is you. Let solid friends and activities support you like a cocoon. Committing to one daily routine, a meal, a practice, or prayer done at the same time and place will do wonders for uplifting the butterfly spirit. When in balance, cheerful and graceful, gifting yourself with grace, right? When out of balance, fragile and frustrated. To bring into balance daily routine. And now onto the freaking tiger. We were jumping ahead here. I don't think I'm going to have time to read the zebra. I will at least let you know what it is, like the little description that they have here. But I need a big drink right now. The straw's not going to work. All right, so the lunar force, the ease and darkness, the feminine energy in regards to the tiger. The tiger hunts at night, at one with the silence, fearing nothing. This card reminds us to take in the wild darkness, to allow the lunar forces to soothe and heal our spirits. Sensuality, receptivity, and devotion are all heightened in the midnight hour, and the tiger takes advantage of these. I have no idea what the fuck that word is. Energies or I don't know if it's boons or you know what. Anyways, spend some time in silence this evening, drinking in the potent calm. There is nothing to fear in the silent except the awakening of your own power. When in balance, you're passionate, strong, and sensual. When out of balance, you're overstimulated. To bring back into balance, I have no idea what that says. It says candle gazing, though. Is it Tritaka? I'm not sure. There's this like strange word. Tritaka is candle gazing. All right, so the zebra was at the bottom of the deck, and it picked up on the energies I was talking about in regards to that feminine and her being alluring, and then like everything like coming at her. Her attracting all this energy, and it was like, what the fuck? And then like that put her also in reverse. I was picking up on that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read what I can of this. So zebra, the bottom of the deck here, the zebra. Eccentric, creative, and visionary. Let's try to read it all. Zebras are the most precious of gems. They are young at heart, well-cultured, and have undying curiosity about life. Being in the company of a zebra personality not only is a delight, but also opens your minds. Be prepared. Their potent magic is contagious, and you may soon find yourself in a faraway land expanding your worldview while having a blast. Zebras like to contribute to the global health through the through environmental or volunteer work. This card may be a hint to pack your bags. When in balance, worldly, authentic, and fashion forward. So you're gonna be stepping out and everyone's gonna be staring at you type thing, not just in your energy, but how you present yourself and how you dress. When out of balance, you're jaded, you're pouty and vain. To bring back into balance, balance. An epic adventure or art. All right. Well, anyways, this is a good reading. I hope that it helps you for whoever it resonates with. I hope that it helps you have the strength and courage to go on and feel supported and uplifted by the universe, knowing that you're not alone and that spirit is here trying to guide you and gift you with signs and help you have hope to move forward and to know to love yourself and to be gentle and kind to yourself. Anyways, thank you for joining me. Please like and share to help circulate. Also, I pray that your day is full of blessings. Have a great weekend. Thank you. Love you. Bye.